Oh, yay. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Lunch Break with ATI. I'm Cindy Collins, one of the co-founders here at Actors Theater of Indiana, the professional resident theater company at the Center for the Performing Arts in Carmel, Indiana. Today, I have two very special guests, two people I adore. One a little more than the other, but you'll know that during the interview. I don't think I'll have to tell you. But anyway, it is Jill and Dennis O'Malia. Here's the thing. So Dennis is with Current in Carmel, and we have had on Steve Greenberg and Brian Kelly already, two swell guys who are the editors. But Dennis also works for the publishing company, which is wonderful. Current is great to us. And what is your exact title, Dennis O'Malia?
I am the straw that stirs the drink.
Excellent. That's the official title. But now, what's your unofficial title?
Senior sales executive.
Senior is the
Yes.
key word there.
Because I've been there a long time, not because I'm old.
Oh, no, of course not. And Jill, who is a very dear friend of ours, Jill has done shows here at ATI. She's wonderful. Yes, she is. And Jill is always a fashion plate beyond fashion plates. She's always looks like, dressed to the nines. And Judy, the other co-founder, also my partner, always marvel at Jill's ability to look like 100% even when she goes to the market. So never leave the house without your lipstick on. That's what my mother always used to say.
My mom said that too.
She would have loved Jill. Oh my gosh. So anyway, so Jill, okay, we'll get into personal stuff in a little while.
Right.
But what is your position? I know you work for a radio station in Anderson.
Well, actually, I don't.
Okay.
I work for a publishing company. That we do magazines.
Okay.
And I'm a senior sales executive
Okay.
with that,
Okay.
obviously because of experience,
Senior,
not
because
age.
of the age. That's
Not
definitely
age.
not because
Yes.
of the age.
I was in radio for years
That's it.
and
I knew
years.
you
Yes,
were because
yes.
you were in, and it was up in Anderson
It
as
was.
well.
Was
Okay.
Anderson University,
Okay.
and I was the sales manager, but they sold that frequency a
Okay.
few years ago,
Okay.
and so I went into print, and I really, really like it.
Yes, and Jill and I are going to meet at the Frisch's Big Boy
That's right.
in
we are.
Anderson one of these days.
I'll be in.
Maybe.
Right.
And if you're invited. And because I'm up there at Anderson right now. I'm just teaching 2 classes at Anderson University. So, when I told Jill that, she's like, oh my gosh, we have to go to the Frisch's.
Well, it's just around the river bend
Just
from
around
Anderson.
the river
Yes,
bend.
it is. It's very melancholy.
Yes!
And we can go have a Frisch's Big Boy. But I'll tell you, if you're worried about maybe going, the waste or whatever, they do Big Boys with just 2 pieces of bread. I know you wanted to know that.
Yeah, but if you go to Frisch's,
You got to do it all.
Come
Onion
on.
rings, everything.
why would you even go if you're not going to
Exactly.
go, the whole 9 yards? And I just love the Frisch's Big Boy. There's not that many of them left.
They're kind of extinct.
They are. I think they're almost landmarks now.
They
Yes,
are.
they are.
I went to Ohio University and there was a Frisch's right on the main drag. I don't know if it's there anymore, but I really hope it is.
Well,
'Cause
Dennis
Might
is a
be.
Xavier grad, and I think Cincinnati had several.
Xavier has,
Big Boys.
we have several Frisch's to choose from. That's one of the reasons I went there.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Oh yeah, and to get another cat. So
Yes.
Right.
So now let's talk about that. So Dennis is a nut in many ways.
But a
But-
good nut. A nice nut.
Of course.
Mhm.
And
Eccentric might be the word. But lovable.
We'll set my ways.
so he is crazy, let's say, about caps. So I wore my cap today. He has an extensive collection. I'm sure other people have collections like this, but I can't imagine it's anywhere near in Indiana. You might. I mean, have you ever found out if other people have a collection of baseball hats
I have no
like you?
idea. I probably have over 1,000.
Hello.
Probably.
I actually have a donor board, so
Yes.
if 7 3/8, and if you give me a hat, your name goes on my donor board.
In the museum.
Yeah, down in
Oh,
the museum.
yes. So down in the
We
basement,
don't have. It's not a basement. It's a museum. It's a lower level.
the lower level museum at the O'Malia household is Dennis's kind of
Man cave.
domain. Yeah, I mean, but I've seen photographs. The hats are, oh my gosh, hung on the wall in just precisely measured apart from each other, and not just hung on hooks, but on hat holders.
It's the bulkhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I saw the
it's pretty
picture.
impressive, right?
Oh, I think it
A lot
is.
of work into it.
Yeah, I think it is totally. And the amount of caps, like you said, over 1,000, and they're all in excellent condition. And you wear one. I mean, I think you wear one almost every day.
Absolutely do.
I mean, not to like highfalutin events, though. I wouldn't put it past you.
I
If
try to
one-
pull it off.
The day
Yeah.
of our wedding, my mother got to the church and he didn't have a hat on, and she goes, "Oh my goodness, Jill, I've never seen him without a hat. I didn't think he probably had any hair."
Yeah.
He had a full head
She
of
said,
hair.
"Is this the guy you're marrying?"
Yeah,
I didn't
it doesn't
recognize
even
him.
look the same.
Yeah. Well, we said it's to keep we were just talking about keeping the brains in and keeping the cranium.
Right, keep it warm.
Well, and all the knowledge.
Oh,
That you
yeah,
have.
all the knowledge. I didn't know you were a bobcat.
He's a legend.
A bobcat.
You said you were
Yes!
I didn't know you were a
I
bobcat.
have absolutely no swag from my university.
Wow.
Nothing. I don't have a hat, I don't have shirts, I have nothing. Well, because I was just concentrating on graduating and
Right.
getting an
And
education
studying,
and
yes.
studying.
He was at the bookstore.
Yes.
I was like, please, I need an education in theater. Oh my gosh. But, but anyway, okay. So now Jill was Miss Indiana. We have to talk about that, okay? So Jill was Miss Indiana, and Judy and I are always fascinated by this history. And we're always like, Jill, where's your sash? Your crown.
Jill does not wear her sash.
No, she doesn't. But I'm telling you, you still have it.
I do. It's a little worn. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind
And
of.
you have
It's
your
down the
your
it's
tiara.
in the lower level museum.
It's in a museum.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're so nice to make
Hanging on a
room
big
for
frame
her.
picture
It's
of her.
just a
Nice
very,
of him,
very
Jill.
small theatrical corner for
Yeah,
Jill.
yeah, good.
Little sign on there that says
Is it
Jill.
labeled with a
Yes,
labeler?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course
Which
it
is another whole topic.
That's
we don't
a
have time
whole
to
other
get
show
into.
with a label machine.
Yes,
that
it
he
is.
loves labeling
Mhm.
in the house,
Everything.
just in case you don't know where something is.
He would label me
Well,
if possible.
and
If
no,
it would stick
we
to my
don't
forehead.
you don't want to be labeled.
No.
Don't label me.
Right.
How dare you? But yeah, so you were Miss Indiana, and we're always fascinated with it. We're like, do you have your sash? Did you keep your crown? Oh my gosh, how awesome! And so of course you went to the Miss America pageant. Hi, and who was the other person that was in your group with you? There was not Joey Heatherton. It was somebody you said, and we knew her because
Of her dancing?
yeah, I think so. And
I don't know who that would be.
I can't remember either, and I bet Judy remembers, and I cannot remember who was with you in that pageant, but it was somebody
Somebody that you knew.
somebody we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
somebody we knew.
There were a
And-
lot of dancers
Yeah.
and of course lots of singers.
Yeah.
But I just can't
And you
recall who
sang.
that might be.
I mean,
I
I'm
did.
assuming you
I
sang.
did kind of a sing dance thing. I was just 18 years old at the time,
No,
and so I did.
young.
I did actually from the Fantastics. Much more.
Oh yes, I love that song, Louisa.
Yes.
That's her first song.
It
in the
is,
show.
it is, and it showed a vocal range, and then there's a
Yes.
dance break, and we did the
Yes.
dance break, and I did it in costume, and it was fun. I played the role in the Fantastics
Right.
before, so
Yeah.
I was very familiar with the show,
Oh my god.
and did a little, almost like a little soliloquy.
Well, she has a little thing
Yeah.
at the beginning of that
I'm
song.
16 years old.
Yes,
Every
she
day
has a
something
little bit
happens
of
to
a
me. Yeah.
exactly. She has a little bit of a monologue.
If
before the
anybody
song.
wants to do a Forbidden Broadway Fantastics, I'm Louisa. I'm here.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, and I think that's wonderful. I mean, and you had a good time. It was a good
I
experience.
did. It was
for
a
you.
wonderful experience.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got a lot of
Yeah.
television commercials
Yeah.
and radio stuff. I did
Yeah.
some modeling. I did
Yeah.
I did some pilots for soap operas,
Yeah.
and
Because you're the whole
it
package.
was
you know?
was very well. Thank you.
You
But
know?
it was a good experience.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Very nice.
That's nice. Good, and that's nice to hear that. You know what I mean? And I know it's changed over the years.
Oh my!
You know, it's
kinda was
changed
in the-
drastically.
I think the really good years
Yeah.
because I got a new car every month and I got to keep the car at the end of the rain and
Wow.
makeup from makeup companies
Yeah,
coming in
sure.
it was very cool, and especially for someone that really was pretty young and
Oh
just
my
got into
gosh.
pageant because your mom said, "Hey, I think I'm going to sign you up for this." I was like, "Great!" But lots of scholarship money.
That's exactly.
And that was
That's
very,
so
very helpful,
important.
yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Butler got pretty much all my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's what it's all about.
By the way, I only
universities.
have my Butler hats. Dennis Xavier is a pretty big competitor of Butler, and I am very much silenced when it comes to those two participating
That's
in
nice of
sports
you,
together.
Dennis.
I love this gal.
That's nice.
Oh, goodness.
Tell me about, this is what I, oh, yeah, okay. This is another good story that I like. When you guys met, when you first met, you were not, it was not like a date when you first met at all. You
No.
weren't put on a date. You just met. You were both out with friends.
Right.
Yes.
Were you, and dancing.
We had both
Where was
been
it? Kona Jack's?
Daddy Jacks.
Daddy
But
Jack's.
it's actually Opry Jacks, I believe. It's in the back where they play all the music.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had been to a party with, I don't know, eight or nine other females, and he'd been to a ball game or something, and we were just all there in a group. And of course, if you're there in a group and you bring a party in, people recognize you and they notice you because you're having fun, right?
Right.
So that's where we met.
Were you wearing a hat?
Oh, I'm sure I was.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Okay, and what did you say to her when you saw her?
I told her that she was flat pretty.
Flat pretty.
It was from an Andy Griffith episode.
Well, that's
Yeah.
where, that's a good starter.
Yes.
That's a good one to
I
start off
thought,
with. Andy
Flat?
Griffith.
Pretty? Okay.
Yeah. That
It's
flat,
the
flat
first
just means
time.
there's no adjective or adverb to describe, you know, and it's the ultimate. You're just flat pretty.
That was
If
very
someone's flat
sweet.
fast, that means they're the fastest person in the world.
That's me.
So if you're a flat good actress, you're
Yeah.
you're
Flat good.
Yes.
Flat good actor.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then how many years later, hello, here we are.
Here we
Hats
are.
in the domain downstairs, everything
Right.
labeled in the house. And, okay,
Yeah.
so, but Dennis, you, and let's just talk quick about O'Malley's, because we have to talk about O'Malley's. It really was a Carmel staple. Your dad started O'Malley's Market, correct?
Pops
Show
started,
the ring.
No,
This is
there's
the
ring.
O'Malley's ring.
There's O'Malley ring with tons of years of service.
30 years of service or something.
yeah.
His father actually made them work. It wasn't just like
Yeah.
a given like you. You
Joe
had
made
to,
us work.
You had to. Joe O'Malley's dad. You
Yeah.
had to work in the store. You had to cart. You were a bag boy. You carted the groceries. You had to restock the shelves. You had to work in the back. I mean, he made you guys really work
Sure
as his
did.
kids, right?
Yeah. Yes, he
You
did.
know, so you earned your pay. It wasn't just given to you, and you know that's a wonderful work ethic. Both of you have a wonderful work ethic, by the way. So tell me, when your dad, this is a story you told me once. It was actually just 2 weeks ago.
I remember.
I hope you do too, but keep the hat on because it helps you.
It does.
When your dad was building the different O'Malley's around Carmel, he had a theory that if there's a school,
Yes.
that
Yeah.
he would build the O'Malley's near the school because he knew that would build up, that families would build up around the schools, correct?
Exactly. And you know, he wasn't really into, you know, paying a whole bunch of money for market research and market studies and that stuff. He pretty much went to the city buildings and found out where all the junior highs are going to be over the next 3 to 4 years, and that's kind of how he did this. That 126th and Gray Road is a perfect example because it was just a field of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when that sign went up, even my friends asked me that there's no homes out here. Does your dad know what he's doing?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, he seems to. and that store was by far our best. And he had to be all work on time, and there was no being sick. You had to be at work.
Yeah, that's good, and I think that really teaches you, in life, how to really
Yes,
handle just
definitely.
about anything, right? I mean, and like I said, teaches you a good work ethic. You're like, my parents weren't soft on me. I really did have to work. I mean, and obviously, Jill, you're from Indiana too. Where's your hometown?
Anderson.
I I'm so stupid.
That's why I know about
I'm
Frisch's.
so stupid. I thought,
No,
she
you're
it
not.
just works up. Thank you. That means a lot coming from you. That's why I wore this hat today. Try to help me think. Clemson Tigers. My brother went there. That's why I wear it. Hall of Famer, by the way. So just thought I'd throw that in there. I know none of you know him, but
Sounds impressive.
he is. He was a pretty impressive athlete.
Awesome.
So, anyway, okay. I never knew that was your hometown.
Yes.
I just thought you worked up there with the radio and then you were, okay.
But I actually, when I lived in Anderson, I worked in Indianapolis. When I lived in Indianapolis, I worked in Anderson.
Okay.
So, I never could get it quite right.
That's okay. It's good to be different places.
It is.
I think it is. I think it's wonderful. And I'm teaching up there at Anderson University now. And
Oh, you'll love
the
it.
kids are really, really sweet kids.
AU's a great school.
Yeah.
Soar, Ravens,
really
soar.
fine. The Ravens, exactly.
Yes.
We soar.
That's,
Yep.
that's the battle cry.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
banners everywhere. We soar, Ravens.
That's
Yes. I'm
right.
thinking about getting a little swag from there, since I'm,
Oh, we have swag.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you do.
Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah. And I love it because it's orange.
It
Yes.
I
is.
love
Yeah.
orange.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's
Orange
perfect
and
time of
black.
year, of course, now.
Right.
But, but anyway, all
We're
right.
lucky to have you. That's an
Oh,
awesome
thank you.
addition to
Oh,
the
no,
university.
listen, it's fine. I'm not a teacher. I told them that I'm not a teacher. I don't take that lightly. I'm not a professor. I'm not a teacher. I don't think titles should just be thrown around.
Right.
But I can help the kids. It's musical theater,
Mhm.
and I can
You
just
can give them the
I
hard
can just give
knocks
them my,
type.
and I do,
You know,
and I have been.
It's not in the book.
There's
Yeah.
nothing in a book that
Right.
can teach you
Right.
how to be in this business.
No, I think that's great.
and so
You'll-
that's
you'll
what
be
I
awesome.
can do for them. That's it. That's what I do, and I just like it's almost like my knowledge, what I have, the knowledge and experience I have, I can just pass it on to them.
That
You know
makes
what
you
I
feel
mean?
good too.
It does, because they're really good kids, and they'll do anything, anything I ask them to do in class, they do it.
That's awesome.
They're like, I don't want to. No, they go for it, which is great. So yes, I am enjoying my time up there.
Good.
And anyway, we're totally running over time. So I'm going. Oh my God, Oh, good, Philip, we have 5 minutes. Oh, excellent, 5 minutes. Okay, fantastic. Because then I'm like, oh my God.
By the way, I just want you to know, I am a born and reared west side of Indianapolis guy. And when we moved to Carmel in
Is that-
'67.
Is that
30th and Tibbs.
okay?
Go West Siders.
Is that I didn't know there
Yes.
was a competition.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had no idea, because I'm not from here. I don't know about the competition within
Yeah,
Indianapolis.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. Well, now wait a minute. Why did you come up to Carmel then?
Dad got tired of driving to Carmel.
So he was, but he was opening his stores here.
We had 3 stores when he said we're going to move to Carmel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, but wait. So he was like, okay, I'm going to make stores in Carmel, not in Indianapolis.
No, he had some.
Yeah, no,
He had some
his first store was 104th and College.
Lockerbie,
Okay.
downtown
Okay.
Indy. He had one
Okay.
in Bloomington.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
His first store was 104th and College, and then he had one right in the middle of downtown Carmel, right where the what's that nice building called, 200 South Range Line Road, the Design Center.
Oh, the design.
That's where store
Yes,
number 2 was.
I remember people talking about
Store,
that.
that's where store 2 was.
Yes,
And then he built one in
yes.
Noblesville, and that's when he said,
Yeah.
"Oh, guys, we gotta move up there.
We got to
I'm
get
tired of
above 96th Street. That's a.
driving."
Which took him farther away from Cathedral.
Yeah, but he kept me
That's
going
too
to
bad.
Cathedral. God bless him.
Yeah. That I know. Your
Got
alma
a
mater.
Carmel order.
Your alma mater. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. So, Jill, you went to Anderson High School, I'm assuming,
I did.
and then Butler.
Butler University.
And what was your major there?
Fine arts.
Oh, okay. And they're an excellent school.
It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Lots of dance classes,
Yeah.
theater classes,
Yeah.
vocal classes.
And then when you got
We
out,
minored in business.
well, that's what I'm saying. When you got out of school, you were like, okay,
Right.
what am I doing?
What am I doing? Right. I ended up, I did radio too at Butler's home.
Okay.
And so I just thought that was a great field to get into and I loved it. And then
Yeah.
I've always done shows. I was
Oh.
doing shows with my children. The first show I think I did with my girls was The King and I was Anna
Yeah.
and they were,
Oh,
the
gosh.
three little,
Yeah.
three of the King's
Oh,
children.
God.
So I've always done theater
Yeah.
on the side,
Yeah.
but I went into business and
Yeah.
did all phases of radio. I had a morning show, I did news, and then I worked into promotions. And then I ended up being sales manager at Anderson University in the last years that I did radio. which was a wonderful opportunity. So I kind of feel like I'm jack of all trades and
Well, you're
master
kind
of none.
That's
But I do know that business very well.
Yeah. No, that's not. I mean, and the truth is, the arts teach you to do, I think, just about anything.
Right.
And I do. I think they're so important, and I know you agree with me that they almost prepare you for just about anything in life. I know, even though you're not a fine arts person, you do play.
Differ with you.
Well, I know.
I was in a performance of ATI.
He'll never get over that, and it's
Honey, I'm home.
Yes.
In fact, he's put out on his resume that if anybody is doing a show and there's just one line
Just
in it,
one line.
just
Yeah.
one line, he's there.
I'm looking for a lot of gigs.
One line. Yeah, Dennis. We did a production called Ruthless, and at the end of the show, a different man enters every night. We had different guests. Dennis was one of them. The mayor was another one. Jeff Worrell was another one. Tim Griffin was another one. We had firemen, and all their line is just, "Honey, I'm home," and
And the crowd goes wild.
I guess the crowd went berserk.
Well, Suzanne Stark told me
Pandemonium.
that
Yeah.
the crowd roaring at Dennis's performance was by far the largest ovation of any of your performances, and Suzanne would never ever tell a fib.
No, she's a very honest
Yes.
person.
Yes.
Jill had a lot of her theater friends there, and theater people are loud.
Well, we
They
can
Lots
be.
of
can
whistles.
make some noise.
We can be.
And it was
Yeah.
so funny because he'd never been on the curtain call, and he was like, he'd been practicing the curtain call for a month.
I don't
He
even
was
remember
really
that. I was in the show. What the curtain call? Come on, we had a lot of people. I mean, not that you're not memorable. You are, and I love you. But
It was
the
funny.
curtain call eludes me. But
Well, he was upstaging
well, that's
people in the curtain call, but
hello.
he couldn't help himself.
I'm surprised about that. Oh my God. But real quick, and I'm disappointed in you, A, and Z, because you did not bring your harmonica.
Right.
And he's starting to play the harmonica now, and he plays for anybody who, if you need a happy birthday, he can do it
On the phone.
on the phone, on your, if you want that to be a gift. Dennis O'Malley playing the harmonica. Happy
Yes.
birthday.
My brother actually started the tradition. My brother passed away in May, and he did it, and everybody loved it. And then, so I thought, well, I'll just get my sister got me a harmonica.
Yeah.
I'll learn how to play Happy Birthday, and I haven't learned anything past that except for taps. But,
And that's a downer.
That's just a little bit of a
That's
downer.
a bit of a downer.
But anyways,
So we don't-
it's been a lot of fun. So I just like to call people, but it's a little tough sometimes. Sometimes that voicemail lady hangs up on me in the middle. Like I'll be on the sometimes
Your message is done.
it's yes.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a little tough to get on voicemail. Some voicemails are better than others.
Yeah, well, you played
Yeah.
for Judy's birthday, and we lost our minds.
Yes.
I
Well,
mean, it's a keeper.
Well, he checks Facebook first thing in the morning to
Yeah.
find out whose birthday is that day, and then he'll usually say, "Okay, Jill, did you have their cell
Because
number? Do you have their
I
cell
start looking
number?"
for numbers.
Here we go.
So I'm going to have to,
Yeah.
expand my
You're
my
the-
base
yeah.
because I'm
Yeah.
needing more people's cell
This
numbers.
is
So
a-
if anybody wants to
this is a
send me your
business.
cell number,
This is serious,
I'll get you a happy
folks.
birthday.
This is serious.
It really is serious business. So now he can do a show that needs a harmonica, playing Happy Birthday, or a one-liner.
Yeah.
His resume is getting larger.
It's growing.
It is growing.
It's growing.
It's
Not as
totally
big as
growing.
Jill's, and never will be.
Well, he
But-
thinks it will. He's trying to.
Well, you know what
outdo-
else you can put on there? Labeler, label maker,
True.
label maker, hat wearer.
Anybody needs a label, I'll get you one.
Hat wearer. Oh my God.
As you can tell, we do have fun.
Oh my God, you guys are always a blast, and every time I see you anywhere, we were just at the Carmel International Arts Festival, it's where I saw both of them, and it's always wonderful to see both of you. Believe
Thank
me,
you.
at everything. I mean, anything
You as
we're
well.
ever
Thank
at,
you.
and anything we ever go to, and it's always like a joy to see them.
And the July 4th parade,
And-
I've seen
and,
you
you know.
guys go by, on the float.
There we are on a float.
Yeah.
There it is.
I wave
Singing
and
your
you guys
hearts out.
Well,
wave.
sometimes
and-
do I wave to you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
waved to Jill.
Yeah. I've taken
Did I wave
pictures.
to you
so-
too?
It's kind of, we're married.
Well, I know that. You must have been standing next to her.
Yeah, but Don was yelling for me. He was just telling people how great I was.
Oh, wow. Well, he doesn't always tell the truth, but no,
I know
listen.
Don Farrell tells the truth.
No, you're
He
both
nailed
awesome.
it that day.
You're both awesome. Are you kidding? No,
Thanks.
it's all they're both amazing people. And thank you for you being a part of the community and Jill being part of the community. Of course, it's very important. They're always out and about, and they're always supporting. They support us. They support Actors Theater of Indiana. They support all the arts. They support all the visual arts and the performing arts that are going on here in Carmel. And so I think that's very, very important to do. And you know, listen, we wouldn't be here without people like this. You know, this is our bread and butter, really. It's people that come to the theater and support us. So, so come to the theater. Our next show is Violet.
Get
We
there.
just started rehearsals last night. I'm not in the show, but Judy Fitzgerald is, and it is an amazing cast of 11 actors, and it's a beautiful, beautiful musical. Please go to our website, atistage.org, and check it out. We also have a Facebook page, and you can get tickets at the center, so just go to our website or call the box office at 317-843-3800. They will be happy to help you. And the show runs from October 28th to November 13th. Thank you so much for joining us. Lunch Break with ATI, Jill O'Malia, Dennis O'Malia.
Thank you, Cindy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, both wonderful people. And we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye.